Welcome back to Life Skills with Love. I'm Taisha Love Blackshear. We've spent some time talking about confidence, building positive habits, and making choices that shape your future. Those lessons give you tools, but tools only make a difference when you know what you're building and where you're headed. That's where SMART goals come in. They help you create a clear plan that turns your dreams, ideas, and ambitions into action. Because when you know where you want to go, every decision you make along the way becomes more meaningful. Have you ever set a goal, felt excited, and then a few weeks later realized you hadn't made any progress? You're not alone. One of the reasons that this happens is because many goals are too vague. That's where the SMART goal framework comes in. The framework is commonly credited to the management consultant George T. Duran, I hope I'm saying his name right, who introduced the concept in 1981. And more than 40 years later, it's still one of the most widely used methods for setting clear goals. So let's break down what SMART actually stands for. It's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. You may have goals such as I want a better job, I want better grades, I want to save money, I want to get healthier, I want to start a business. Heck, I've even had or have had some of these. And although they're wonderful dreams, dreams without a plan often stay that way, just dreams. However, SMART goals help turn these ideas into action. So before we begin, I want to share something personal. When I started Life Skills with Love, I was excited. I had an idea. I wanted to create practical life lessons that schools often don't teach. So I jumped in. I started creating YouTube videos. I started making TikToks. I started building a channel. Sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. Just jump right in. Because if you wait until everything's perfect, you'll never begin. But now that the channel is growing, I realized something. It's time for me to pause, not to stop, but to make sure I'm moving in the direction I really want to go. Instead of creating content, I want to ask myself, what are my goals for this channel? What impact do I want to have? How will I know if I'm making progress? That's where SMART goals come in. Even as a person teaching these lessons, I'm still learning, adjusting, and improving. And that's something I hope you remember. Growth doesn't stop because you become an adult. Um, so, again, let's remember the SMART acronym. Specific, a vague goal is too hard to accomplish. A better how is the way you want to go. Instead of I want better grades, try I want to raise my math grade from a C to a B. Instead of a want a job, try I want a part-time retail job before school starts. The clearer the destination, the easier it is to find a path. Measurable. If you can't measure it, it's difficult to know whether you're making progress. Let's say your goal is to save money. I want to save more. That's hard to measure. Instead, try I want to save $500. Now you know exactly where you stand. Progress is motivating. Even small progress counts. Achievable. This doesn't mean your goals shouldn't be ambitious. It means they should be realistic enough that you actually work towards them. For example, reading 100 books this month probably isn't realistic for most people. Reading 2 or 3 books a month, that's achievable. Remember, small wins build confidence. Confidence builds momentum, and momentum builds success. You want them to be relevant. Ask yourself, why does this matter? Why does my goal matter? Does it move you toward the future you actually want? It's easy to chase goals because someone else thinks they're important friends, parents, social media. But your goals should connect to your own values and your own future. A goal that matters to you is one you're much more likely to stick with. You want them to be time bound. Timely goals need deadlines. Without a timeline, someday becomes never. Instead of saying I'll learn to budget, say I'll create my first monthly budget by the end of this month. Deadlines create focus. So let's put it together. Suppose someone says, I want to get healthier. A smart version will be, I walk for 30 minutes, 4 days a week for the next 3 months. See the difference? It's clear, it's measurable, it's realistic, it's meaningful, and it has a deadline. So now let's go back to life skills with love. Right now, one of my goals isn't just to make videos, it's to consistently provide lessons that genuinely help people build confidence in life skills. That means I need goals that are smart. For example, I might decide to publish 2 YouTube lessons every week, create 3 TikToks each week, review what's working at the end of every month, set a subscriber milestone by the end of the year. These goals give me something to work towards instead of simply hoping things happen. And that's true for all of us. Success usually isn't one giant leap, it's hundreds of intentional steps. So here's a challenge for you. Think of one thing you might want to improve, not 5 things, just one. Now ask yourself, is it specific? Can I measure it? Is it achievable? Is it relevant to my future? Have I given myself a deadline? If not, take 5 minutes today and rewrite it. You may be surprised how much more possible it suddenly feels. I'll leave you with this thought. A dream tells you where you want to go. A goal tells you how to get there. And smart goals help you make sure that you're actually moving. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. And if this lesson helped you, consider sharing it with someone who's working towards something important. You never know whose future you might encourage. Until next time, keep dreaming with purpose, keep planning with intention, and keep building the future you want, one smart goal at a time. I'll see you in our next lesson.